17-year-old Kendrick Johnson's death at his high school back in 2013 was ruled a freak accident, but his family and many others have been left with more questions than answers. Conflicting evidence, missing footage, and disturbing details have sparked a nationwide search for the truth. Could this really have been an accident, or is there something far more sinister beneath the surface? Stay tuned as we dive into the mystery that has left a community searching for justice. The death of Kendrick Johnson in 2013 remains one of the most controversial and heartbreaking cases in recent memory, casting a shadow of doubt and suspicion over the official explanations. What began as a seemingly tragic accident at a high school gym quickly spiraled into a mystery that left a grieving family seeking justice and a nation divided over what really happened. On January 11, 2013, 17-year-old Kendrick Johnson, a well-liked student and athlete at Lowndes High School in Valdosta, Georgia, was found dead under shocking circumstances. His body was discovered rolled up inside a large vertical gym mat, his head facing downward. The gym mats, which were stored standing upright, were frequently used by students to stash their shoes and belongings. According to the initial investigation, it appeared that Kendrick had been reaching for a pair of sneakers that had fallen into the center of the rolled-up mat. In this scenario, Kendrick had likely become stuck, unable to free himself, and tragically suffocated. At first, law enforcement treated the case as a tragic accident, with investigators ruling that Kendrick's death was caused by positional asphyxia. They believed that he had fallen headfirst into the mat and was unable to push himself back out. But for Kendrick's family, something about the official narrative didn't add up. They questioned how Kendrick, a 5'10" athletic teenager, could have gotten trapped in such a way, and why there seemed to be discrepancies in the investigation. One of the first red flags came from the school's surveillance footage, which was incomplete and raised more questions than answers. Crucial portions of the video appeared to be missing, including the exact moment Kendrick entered the gym. While the footage that did exist showed Kendrick walking into the gym, nothing definitively explained how he ended up inside the mat. The Johnson family refused to accept the accidental death ruling and began their own investigation. They had Kendrick's body exhumed and a second autopsy performed by an independent pathologist. The results were alarming. The second autopsy concluded that Kendrick had died from blunt force trauma to the head, not from asphyxiation, suggesting that he might have been the victim of foul play. Additionally, it was discovered that during the initial autopsy, Kendrick's organs had been removed and his body had been stuffed with newspaper. This bizarre and unexplained fact only deepened the family's mistrust of the investigation and fueled further public outcry. As the case gained national attention, conspiracy theories began to circulate. Some suspected that Kendrick's death was the result of a violent altercation and that a cover-up had taken place to protect certain individuals. The Johnson family believed that Kendrick had been murdered and that authorities were deliberately hiding the truth. They pointed to the slow and inadequate response from the school, the missing surveillance footage, and the mishandling of evidence as signs that something more sinister had occurred. Despite the family's push for justice, both local and federal investigations concluded that Kendrick's death was an accident. In 2016, the U.S. Department of Justice closed its investigation, citing insufficient evidence to support any claims of foul play. In the years following Kendrick's death, the case has remained a symbol of the ongoing struggle for transparency, accountability, and justice. While law enforcement maintains that his death was a tragic accident, Kendrick's family remains unconvinced, refusing to let their son's story be forgotten. Thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to see more of our content, please hit the subscribe button.